So today we are changing the rear door or the hatch lock actuator on 1998 Town and Country, and this is the part number 746253, and it's the same actuator that's used on the rear sliding doors on both sides. So this is the actual part right here, and this is the new one. I've already put it in. And you start by taking off the trim on the top first, because the plastic part that goes underneath, it's tucked in underneath it. So, and the top trim just pulls off. It's held in by these clips which clip into these holes here, and you just pull it off and it comes off pretty easy. After you got the top off, then there are a few screws you got to take off before this whole panel comes off. And basically there are two screws, one on each side here, and then you have to take off the screws holding the handle which is screwed to the door right here. So after you get these screws off, then the bottom panel also has these clips which you got to just pull them off, and the clips come off and the whole thing would come off. And when you do that, you may want to take off the lights first, and the lights are also clipped into the plastic cavity there to the clips, and you unclip the electric connection to the light which goes in right here, something like this. And when you take it off, just make sure you unclip this, pull this red tab out, and then you can take it off. So after you've done that, and you can take this whole panel off, and when it comes off, this is what it looks like. And the door actuator is right over here. And this is the mechanism that basically locks and unlocks the door. And so you have to take out two of these bolts here, and this whole thing comes off, and you can take this whole thing off. And then you got to unclip this electric connection back over here. So you take it off, pull it out, put the new one in, screw it back in, and reconnect the electric, and thread this back in here. As you can see, the old one had the mechanism inside was making this noise, and it seems like the spring inside had broken down, and also this washer thing over here where it connects to the wire had all basically deteriorated to the point where it was barely holding it on.
What was the cost of the new?
So this I got off Amazon, and it's about $18, and it took me about an hour to basically do the whole thing. I also changed the actuator on the driver's side sliding door, which took me a couple of hours, and it's the same part, and you're gonna get the same part, which is 746253, which is used for the sliding door actuators and the rear hatch. And so the total was about $36 for both of them, and a couple of hours of the time.
And the mechanic wanted
about $400 some with parts and labor. So, and then you just put it back together. Make sure you test it. You can basically just connect this electric to the new part and hold it in your hand, and unlock and lock the car, and you can make sure it's working.
Okay, let's put it back.
Okay, so